Hello to all traders. Welcome to this Friday's Market Insights video provided to you by Orbex. It's the 15th of May. We're going to talk about FX majors. Situation between US and China is worsening. President Trump now said that he would cut off the whole relationship with China. Things seem to be escalating as, to me, a financial war also has started between the biggest economies in the world. On the data front, however, it is China that tells everybody else, because it's used as a benchmark, as the first to get out of the virus, not recover, but maybe there will be a second wave. Industrial production increased, actually, and this is a very good sign for the world's economies. All the other data are still dismal. Job data in the US, job data in Australia are not particularly good. So today we're going to see, of course, what's happening with euro dollar, dollar yen, pound dollar, and the Aussie against the dollar. So FX Majors Day, all about how dollar performs against other currencies, pretty much. Now, starting on the euro dollar, we talked about this for a while being in an ending triangle, right, with wave 3 and then 4 and 5 expected. We do not know if that is going to be the case. It could just turn out to be a triangle pattern anyway, right? We would expect, of course, to see the break of this line down here, 10063, to get wave 3, then 4 and 5. What I'm actually paying attention to is the double divergence on the RSI. That looks a bit bearish, right? We can expect prices to move lower because of that. Now, if we take into consideration this pattern over here, though, right, then we can call this a B and move down for C, right, supporting the RSIs, or because of the complexity of this structure over here, and most recently, of course, this corrective complex structure, we could just be in a ABC, and then another 5 wave move to the upside, which would make that wave B a flat. That means that this is still a correction, and we can still expect prices to move lower, but up to the 0.76, right, to call this a flat, or maybe a little bit low if it's going to end up being an expanded flat. But these are the two different scenarios I see. If we move lower, I will be looking to get some more signals, bullish signals over here when we get to the previous low over here, to look for more upsides for wave Y. That's going to be wave B as well, and then continue to the downside. Let's go dollar yen, take them by order. We talked about this break. Okay, we're expecting prices to break below that. We got that. We didn't get to where we wanted exactly, but it's still a valid breakout. 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing wave 4 and then wave 5 for wave 1, because, we didn't get the rule of alteration here, so we get it by assuming this is wave 3. Wave 4, wave 8 done. We are in the midst of wave B. We could get a little bit higher. We took out the 61.8 Fibonacci, but still we could get a little bit higher before turning down to take out wave C. That will be 4, and then 1 move to the upside above the previous high to complete minor wave 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5. Of course, now this move could take us down to the 106.42, which is also previous wave 1, as well as the 50% of the longer term move to the upside. Okay, and in the end, this is going to be as I said, if we've done wave B, so we're looking for this being wave C in the intermediate degree, right? So we're looking for highs above the 111.60 or so in the medium term. Now, if prices break below and start trading again within the channel, then most likely this is just an invalidation. We could potentially get prices moving lower again, having another move down to the 105 to 1, and then move higher. Now, pound looks like to me that we've gotten into a flat pattern. Okay, now we talked about this being A, we're expecting B, and then we're expecting C to take out wave B and then move all the way down, right? Now we do see an RSI bias on the upside. Okay, and pretty much we have I mean, with that being a false break, obviously, we have finished the flat pattern. We have corrected up to the level we were expecting, right? And then now we should be looking for prices to start moving higher, right? Because this looks like an ABC, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to me. The 5 looks like a nice ending triangle, which means the flat pattern is done. This wave B didn't exceed the previous high. For that reason, this is not an expanded flat. Obviously, it's not a running flat because we've had the same pretty much level being reached, but without breaking higher. So I think we are going to get the pound going higher, most likely take that 126.50, potentially go to 127 or even higher, and then start looking for prices to move lower. Now, if that doesn't happen, prices continue moving lower, then we have to revisit that next week. And last, the Aussie against the dollar. We talked about this as well being an A. We're looking for an ABC to take out B and then C. Okay. It seems like we've done with wave A. We are now done with wave B as well because this is a good correction. But then the question here is, this is the start? Like what? Like will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for minor 1 or something? That doesn't really look like an impulse to me, okay? Or it's just its structure is a little bit complicated. For that reason, although I am leaning towards more downside anyway, for that reason, I think we still have a little bit more room to move around the area that we are. So that means that this is an ABC. We're going to get another ABC and potentially then F5. It could be a flat, it could be a running flat, it could be an expanded flat, it could just be end up being a zigzag, right? We do not know yet, it's very early, but because of its correction pattern, this move looks corrective to me. That makes this, okay, if we say ABC, yeah, that makes it the wave X, okay? So we could get prices moving a little bit lower, and then from there start moving higher to take out wave B, because on the RSI I see this bullish sign and I'm expecting that to happen sooner or later. It could just be that what we've been expecting or not, and from there start looking for price to move lower to the towards the 60 cents, to be honest. Okay, so that will be all for the day. Enjoy your weekend and I'll speak to you again on Monday.